Okay, guys. So Gennady Golovkin, as expected, beat beat David Lemieux. But I'm gonna say this, that nobody predicted the manner in which he would do it. Like, everybody said that he's gonna knock him out and go there and just go for the crazy knockout. And I said in the pre-fight that although that is a possibility, in my opinion, similar to what we saw in the Matisse versus Provodnikov fight, one fighter boxed. Similar to Danny Garcia versus Lucas Matisse, one fighter boxed. The person who boxed won the fight. The person who came to brawl lost the fight. I think that Gennady Golovkin's jab. In fact, we'll come to the fight in a second, but I just want to touch upon what I was talking about before the fight. And I don't want to gloat that, oh, I got this right. It's not so much that. It's more I wanted to talk about this in boxing, that there seems to be a misconsensus about Triple G Gennady Golovkin, that he comes in to just bang. He doesn't. He's a very he sometimes comes in to bang. If he feels that he could take the fighter's power, he'll take a shot. However, in this fight, he came to box. And I said this before the fight, that Gennady Golovkin he's a very good boxer. He's got a very good amateur record. And I said that if he comes into brawl and David Lemieux decides to box, and David Lemieux could very well have won this fight. But obviously that wasn't the case, and Gennady Golovkin is a superb boxer, and he came into box. He was talking about street fight and this and that. Now I'm going to move into the fight. He did not use that right hand almost at all. He didn't. The majority of them punches, I'd say about 70% of his punches, was just one punch. It was just a jab. That jab controlled everything. That jab was what won him the fight. And that jab is probably the best jab in boxing. I really couldn't find any. I couldn't say anything bad about Gennady Golovkin's performance. I didn't see any flaws. Nothing at all. It's like when we saw Mayweather Pacquiao. Pacquiao had the superior footwork, in terms of speed, I mean, but Mayweather had range control, and he just controlled range, and I feel that's what Golovkin did. He controlled range. We look at Andre Berto versus Mayweather. Berto had the faster hands, but you see with Mayweather just schooled him by timing, and timing that beautiful left hook that Mayweather's got, that where he times it perfectly and jumps into his left hook. Sometimes he jabs. And I really feel that Golovkin was doing something similar with his timing, with his range control. He didn't have to move fast. He didn't need to do anything special. All he did was just use his jab and controlled range beautifully. He slips in and out at the right time. He knows when to do it. He knows when not to do it. When to move in, when to move back. And the thing is that his jab kept Lemieux true. It really kept him true. Lemieux was trying to come in, trying to do his thing, and I'm gonna come to Lemieux in a second, but Golovkin's jab was just beautiful. Every now and again he would throw in some body shots, and we saw that he dropped to Lemieux with the body shot. Now Lemieux dropped, right, and Golovkin came in like an animal, and he just shows that even though he shows on the surface that he's the type of fighter who's a good clean fighter, he's still a beast and he's still an animal inside. When Lemieux went down, Golovkin went to hit him. I felt that was a well-deserved point deduction. I did not think that was fair on Lemieux, especially given the situation that Lemieux was getting annihilated. I don't think that helped the situation at all, and I think the referee should have taken a point for Golovkin. But the thing is that even if the referee did take a point from Golovkin, I don't think it would have made any difference in the fight. What difference would it have made? Golovkin got the TKO stoppage. Which brings me on to the next thing. Golovkin didn't knock out David Lemieux. He bust him up, beat him, and annihilated him, and that's worse than a knockout. And I said this before the fight, everybody was like, oh, no way, you're crazy. Go into the pre-fight that I did, right, the pre-fight prediction, and look at the comments. People were taking the piss, saying that, because I said it's going to be a boxing match, and that's what it was. It was Golovkin boxing. David Lemieux tried to box a little bit, but it just wasn't happening, and he then eventually tried going for broke, but it just wasn't happening for him, and Golovkin just came to box. Now, in the fight, apart from the jab, I didn't really see anything else really significant from Golovkin. There wasn't too many power punches thrown. He could have gone wild. He didn't. He was very cautious with the right hand because I think he was worried about the counter left hook. And it just goes to show you how in boxing, speed and all this stuff doesn't matter. If you've got a very good jab and you know how to control range, you can win the fight with that alone. And is there anything else to talk about? Lemieux tried his best. I want to give credit to Lemieux. Lemieux really did try his best, and he went out like a soldier. That's the bottom line. Stoppage was fair as well. I don't think there's anything much else to talk about. I think Golovkin's body shots were beautiful. The jab was beautiful. One of probably the best jab in boxing. What's next for Gennady Golovkin now? Canelo Cotto, Andre Ward. If he chooses to move up to fight Andre Ward, I don't think it's going to be an easy fight for Golovkin because that's not his weight class. The jab won't be as strong in that weight class. I don't think Golovkin's having any trouble making weight. I think this is the perfect weight class for him. If Andre Ward met him at a catch weight, closer fight, but if it was at at Andre Ward's weight, I can't say that Gennady Golovkin can outbox Ward. Ward will obviously find a way to get inside and find a way to... Because Andre Ward can fight really well on the inside. Really well on the inside. Golovkin, obviously, he's kind of a rangy fighter, but let's see what happens if he was to fight someone like Andre Ward, someone who fights at a higher weight class, someone who's a strong person, very good boxer, a better amateur pedigree. Yeah, I'd say Ward. I don't know. Golovkin has a very good amateur pedigree as well, but I think Andre Ward comes from a better schooling. He has more range. He has a wider range of punches, a wider range of everything really on the inside, outside. He's a more complete fighter. I feel Golovkin has shown vulnerabilities in the past. In this fight, he didn't show it, but he has shown vulnerabilities in the past where he does get hit. Andre Ward, I think his performances of recent are just totally flawless. I don't think there's much to say bad about Andre Ward in terms of a technical standpoint. But yeah, Golovkin versus Ward is an excellent fight. As far as Cotto and Canelo go, Canelo's my favourite fighter still, but I've got to say any of them to fight Triple G Golovkin. If it's at Golovkin's weight, 160, Golovkin... No, sorry, let me say this again. If it's at 154, 155, Canelo and Cotto both stand a solid chance to beat Triple G by weight draining him. Anything above that, 156, 157, 158 plus, anything above that, Golovkin will, in my opinion, just totally... He'll just take him apart. I don't see Canelo doing anything. I think Canelo's strong and everything, but I think Golovkin's stronger, and I think Golovkin will be able to control Canelo with the jab again. Like he showed today, that jab is just beautiful. A few power punches here and there will keep Canelo true, and Canelo's got footwork problems, which is not enough. If Cotto absolutely destroys Canelo, Cotto, in my opinion, is way too small, and I don't think he could take the beating that Triple G will put on him, and he'll just get bust up really badly. I don't think any of them two fancy anything with Gennady Golovkin. I think if there's any fighter to beat Golovkin in this world, it is Andre Ward. Apart from Andre Ward, who's in the weight class above, there is nobody who stands a chance to beat Golovkin, in my opinion. I think he's just an animal. At his weight class, no one beats him. Please leave your comments in the section below. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this fight. And let me know what you think about Gennady Golovkin in the near future. Is he the new pound for pound king? Let's see. A pound for pound king has to go up and down weight classes. Let's see if Golovkin can do that. At the moment, I think he's just an animal in his weight class. I think if he moves up, I think he's going to show some limitations. But unless he can get some really good strength and conditioning, because I think he's very reliant upon his power as well. I think his skill is there, but I think his jab is reliant upon power. Like, he's got a strong jab, and I think his power definitely plays a huge key in all his wins. Huge knockout artist, moves up a weight. You take away some of his power. Is he the same killer? I don't think so. But leave a comment section below. Unbelievable performance by Gennady Golovkin. I want to see who he should... I want to know what you guys think about who he should face next. And yes, let me know what you guys think. Comment section below. Subscribe as always in a bit.